Good morning, good morning, good morning. Uh, Decided to get on here a little bit early. Was supposed to be here at 11:45, but decided to get on a little bit earlier. So I hope everybody's doing good. It's Friday, of course, and you are now in the no. You are now in the no judgment zone with yours truly, Sean Taylor, discussing topics with no judgments. Again, discussing topics with no judgments at all. So, talking about pride and ego today. Um, Man, that pride and that ego, man, it's a mother. It is, man, it is. If your pride is bigger than your heart and your ego is bigger than your head, you are going to make life harder for yourself. At some point, at some point, you must grow up to see the bigger picture. And a lot of people don't want to do that. They don't want to see the bigger picture outside of their own pride and their own ego. And sometimes that is their downfall. Yeah, that is their downfall. I'm typing in something real quick. Y'all just bear with me. Yeah, that is their downfall because they can't get out of the way. They're so in love with their pride and their ego. You know, um, you know, the good book says pride comes before the fall. Hmm. Hmm. Pride comes, and you know what? This is I get so tired of these scammers, man. These people, all scammers, y'all need to get a job. Y'all always scamming people. You're scamming business people, man. Get a job. Get a job. Let me tell you, since they keep bothering me, I just saw something text up. You know, I just saw a text come up. I get this I get this scam at least a couple of times a month. It goes, I get a text that says, "Hi, my name is so and so. I want to know if you, I want to know, hi, my name is so and so. I want to know if you offer uh, personal training." Scammers need to be on. Y'all remember that show, The World's Dumbest Criminals? That's how scammers. They need their own. They need to be on that show, World's Dumbest Criminals. You don't even know how to scam nobody good. No, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know you. It's all on social media or the website, tailor made training for you. Yeah, man. No, I ain't. I don't do personal training, man. I'm over here baking cookies and shit. Stupid scammers, man. Scammers are dumb. Yeah. So anyway, sorry I had to segue into that, but these fools they keep trying to scam somebody, man. Every time they send me something, I'd be like, man, get a job, because I'm trying. Yeah, please get a job and stop trying to scam people. Just get a job, man. Trying to take somebody else's stuff that they didn't work. They working hard for, man. Get a job, man. The most ridiculous people on the planet, scammers. Anyway, so pride and ego. One thing I've learned over the years about pride and ego, it has always set Sean up. I remember there was a time nobody could talk to me. I remember there was a time I thought I was always right. I remember there was a time I constantly played victim. I remember there was a time it's all about me. I used to live that life with pride and with a whole lot of ego. The worst thing is when you have crawled yourself out of that negative cesspool of being prideful and egotistical, and then you have people in your life and in your space who has a lot of pride and have a lot of ego, and you're looking at them, it's like you have no reason to be prideful for nothing, and you have no reason to be egotistical. Just I'm just looking at you. What are you prideful for, and what are you egotistical about? Instead of being grateful and thoughtful and appreciative, prideful people don't expect no apology out of them. And here's the thing about prideful people, you see how different their life it keeps turning out because of their pride. Prideful people will argue with you, be loud with you, just be abruptive with you, not just every blue moon, but every time you talk to them. And you can sit here and talk to a prideful person just like this, straight monotone, and they loud all the time. If they mad, you ain't getting one single apology out of them. Why? Because they walk on water. They gonna hold a grudge against you till they bury them 6 feet under, even after you didn't apologize. See, prideful people are very dumb people. Yes, prideful people are very dumb people. They're very dumb. They lack intelligence, big time. They will have something as small as this dice. You see how small that is? That's a really small. You see how small it is? Prideful people make small mountains. I mean, they make mountains out of moles. You see something that small, they will have a grudge against you over something this minuscule small. They will not apologize over something that small. They will have a whole attitude over something that small. You're not getting nowhere with a prideful person, period. 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 Mm-mm. You're not. Prideful people, they love to argue. I mean, they will argue you down, debate, judge. This is prideful people. See, prideful people ain't a part of the tribe of the wise people. Avoiding an argument is the mark of a wise person. But a foolish person always wants to argue. Disagreements, they are inevitable. They're going to happen. But arguing is a choice. Being judgmental is a choice. Holding a grudge is a choice. Being unforgiving is a choice. Not apologizing is a choice. Waking up mad and wanting to stay mad every day is a choice. Choosing want to be mean to everybody in the world is a choice. Playing victim, it's a choice. You have to get to a point in your life, you're like, you know what? If that's what you want to be, we cool. You ain't got to worry about me. You got so many issues. You are master at pointing out everybody's issues, but you are a manipulator when it comes to owning your own BS. You're a manipulator when it comes to owning your own BS. You have no heart. And what I mean by you have no heart, I'm not saying you heartless. You have no heart. Like playing sports, you had the people who were athletic and you had the people who really wasn't that athletic, but they had heart, man. Having heart in the sports realm, meaning that person had a lot of fight in them. There was no giving up inside that person. There was no quit inside that person. They had nothing but fight. We called it heart in the sports realm. Man, that dude got heart. There's so many people want everything in life and they ain't got no heart to fight for all the things that they want in life. They ain't got no heart. You ain't got no heart. You have no heart. There's nothing to you. You the person on the team who gonna bring down the team because you so weak-hearted. We couldn't depend on you for four quarters. We can depend on you. The only time we can depend on you is when you sit down on the bench drinking Gatorade and you ain't done nothing to contribute to the team. You ain't got no heart. You a bench rider. You a bench warmer. You ain't never gonna get in the game and fight. You never gonna get in the game and compete. You don't play well with others. You ain't no team player.
You ain't no team player in your marriage. You ain't no team player in your relationships. You ain't no team player in your family. You ain't no team player in life at all, because it's all about what you go through because of your pride and your ego. You don't know how to, you don't know when to turn your pride off. You don't know when to turn your ego off. You keep it on 24/7 and thinking that's going to get you somewhere in life. No, it's not. You just making life harder for yourself. And I had lots of grown-ups in my family tell me that pride and that ego, you better lose that, buddy. You're gonna lose a lot in life over your pride and your ego. You're gonna lose a lot. Just because we think we right as people don't always necessarily mean that we right. Disrespect is a choice. Respect is a choice. Disregard for others is a choice. Playing games, mind games with people, that's a choice. Ignoring people, that's a choice. These are things that I've failed at over the years. The only thing I'm going to talk about is things that I've went through, I've done, I've experienced, or slowly working my way out of. That pride and ego thing is a setup, man. And it is the major destruction of everything in life. So many things are destroyed because of pride and ego. So many things that can be easily mended can't be put back together to rectify, to have some sort of reconciliation because of pride and ego. People would destroy their whole families over pride and ego. They would destroy things that have been good for I don't know how over pride and ego. They would not apologize over pride and ego. They would think they right, wrong as hell over pride and ego. They would treat people wrong deliberately, premeditatedly over pride and ego. It ain't, man, it ain't even that serious, dude. But once you put pride and ego in front of common sense, logic, and reason, ain't no hope for you, man. There's no hope for you. Nobody can tell you nothing, and you ain't going, and you can't learn nothing. You can't, you can't learn, and you can't learn nothing with pride and ego. Nobody can tell you nothing over pride and ego. Nothing get resolved and rectified in your life over pride and ego. You can't get that body right over pride and ego. You got all the answers. You walk on water. You created the heaven and earth. You ain't never done nothing wrong because your pride and ego make you think that you are perfect. Your pride and your ego. Your pride and your ego got people laughing at your dud ass. Oh, they laughing at you. They laughing at you. Word on the street is, oh, that person ain't got no heart. That's their MO. Oh, they lie so much. That's their MO. That's their MO. That's just who they are. Y'all pride and ego people, man. Y'all gonna keep following your face, busting all your teeth out, man. Good luck to you, though. I pray for you, though. I mean, you got to understand where you going with your pride and ego. Where's it taking you? Hmm? Do you know where you're going to? Do you? Can you see the things in life showing you? That's a song, man. But that pride and ego, man, you got to get a grip on that, man. You got to get a grip. You got to get a grip before you judge, before you critique, before you draw your conclusions about anybody's life, about what anybody did, about what you think they did, or what you think you know about what's going on. Remember, only remember, you only know what you think you know. And if you ain't sat down and had a conversation with that person that you think you know this, yeah, you dumb as the day is long. You a big dummy. You a big dummy. You a big dummy. When a man or a woman can listen to the other person's feelings without getting frustrated, you give that other person a huge gift. It makes both parties safe for them to express themselves to you. Hmm. The more that both parties are able to express themselves to you, the more they feel heard, the more they feel understood, the more they feel as if they can give you that trust and acceptance and appreciation and approval and encouragement that both party needs. And when you can't do that, you can't do that because of pride and ego. Y'all don't hear me though, man. Y'all don't hear me. Mm-mm. We know the truth is the new hate speech, so this ain't gonna get a lot of likes. It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. Y'all, I love talking about things that y'all can't stand. See, the truth is a whole problem in the society. The truth is that's the truth. The thing that's got people untight, discombobulated, irritated, agitated. They don't like that truth. People don't like that truth, man. Mm-mm. Y'all don't like nothing about the truth. Y'all don't like the truth that real men ain't gonna tolerate that disrespect. They know they worth. They stand on their purpose. They make the hard decisions no matter how much that crap hurts. You know, they when they get their when emotions get out of control, they work to get their emotions back in control. Exercise is always going to be a part of their normal routine. They try to be better daily. They stay away from people who measures their worth based off what's in their bank account or what they have in their pocket. Hmm. They are always self-sufficient. Hmm. Hmm. They take their problems to one person. They ain't taking them to nobody else. They take their problems to one person. They take all their problems to this one person because they know that person ain't gonna talk behind their back because that person sits high and looks low. They know that person when things are rectified, they ain't gonna have a whole attitude because they they didn't patch things up. Now everybody else still mad because they back together. Yeah. Y'all ain't ready for that conversation, man. Y'all ain't ready for it, man. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready, man. I'm here to tell you, you're not ready. Mm-mm. You're not ready. Hmm. So you have to truly understand. You have to truly understand that in the grand scheme of things, is it is it true that some men do things to feed their ego? Yeah, it's very true. It's very true. It's very, very true. They do. Men, we do things to feed our egos. Women do it too. They do it too. Whether they want to admit it or not, they do it too. You know, you gotta lose your pride and your ego when it comes to taking care of your body as well. Today and every day is about choices. You could choose to take care of your body and your health. You could choose to be uncompromising. You could choose not to care, to choose to be difficult. You could deal with anger, sadness, or depression, unforgiving, and grudges, and you can choose to be bitter, negative, and positive. All those things are a choice, man. It's a choice. You can choose to do whatever you want to do. But at the end of the day, you know why you can't worry about what people say, man? I love the FWPT slogan. Who cares about what people think and what they say? Who cares? It's nothing but two nouns combined to elicit a prescribed response. Let me repeat that. It is nothing but two nouns combined together to elicit a prescribed response. Ignoring is bliss, man. That silent FU is a beautiful thing. You don't have to entertain everything that comes from a prideful, egotistical person, man. You just have to ignore them, man, because they got issues that they ain't even woman enough or man enough to even deal with and go seek help to get rectified. They forever gonna have problems. Now there are different forms of healing, and not everybody needs to see a therapy. Sometimes people can do healing in a different way. But if you ain't working on your own healing, please shut up. Please, if you're not working on trying to be better, If you're not working on trying to go from being non-forgiving to forgiving, if you're not working on trying going from being uh, judgmental to non-judgmental, man, shut up, because you're not trying to do better. If you're not working on trying to lose that pride, you ain't trying to do better. If you're not working on trying to lose your ego, you not trying to do better, and better is not going to visit you. It's not. Why? Because ironically, you in your own way, like me and Brandon was talking about that yesterday. Mhm. And people who aren't mentally in tune with themselves, they ain't good for nobody. Let me repeat that. People who are not mentally in tune with themselves in brutal truth and honesty ain't good for nobody. Why? Mentally in tune people, they want to work on their pride and their ego because they mentally in tune and they know that's not a healthy thing. It's not healthy to be prideful, people, and it's not healthy to be egotistical. It's not. You are going to continue to lose. Mhm. You are going to continue to lose. Yes, you are. Yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. You are going to continue to lose. But, hey, man, look, you can lead a horse to the water, man, but you can't force that horse to drink it, man. You just can't, man. Uh-uh. Let me tell you something, man. Prideful and egotistical people, yeah, they go in the realms of damaged people. We all are damaged in our own right. But one thing about prideful people, they can't never truly see a good-hearted person because they're looking at that person through a shattered lens, man. And that's something nobody has control over. And that's why people stay in their comfort zone and they don't get out of their comfort zone to deal with anything that's going to be challenging. And that's why they never grow higher. They always struggle because they refuse to get out of their own way. Why? Two things: pride and ego. Mhm. Pride and ego, man. I keep telling y'all, man, that pride and that ego, it's such a bad setup, man. And some people, they just blatantly don't care. And that's why they will always continuously get what they have always continuously have gotten. Prideful people and egotistical people, there's no loyalty with them. None. There's no loyal. There's no loyalty with prideful and egotistical people. You'll never know who is really loyal to you until they are faced with options and opportunities. I'm going to say this because this is something family members have always told me. People never abandon what they want. They always abandon what they were using. Some people ain't going to agree with that. Some people going to argue with that. First of all, Sean has retired. Sean Patrick Taylor has officially retired from arguing. I ain't arguing with you. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not arguing with you. I ain't even going to debate with you. You can think whatever you think because how you think, I already know what that path is going to end because I done been down that path. I done been down the prideful path. I've been down the egotistical path. I've been down the path where, oh, nobody can tell me something. I'm always right. I'm always the victim. It's all about me. Everything I've been through. I done been through that path. I already know where that's going to lead. So that's why I'm not arguing with you because I already know the direction you headed. It ain't nowhere good. But let me get back to what I was saying. People never abandon what they want. They always abandon what they were using so they can go into the next supply. You'll never know the loyal from the fake. You will never know the loyal from the fake. without options, without opportunities, without trials, rock bottom moments. Everybody says, I'm loyal. Everybody says, I'm a true rider. Everybody is willing to ride shotgun when things are good, until it's time to row that boat in them troubled, angry waters, in a real crisis. Let me repeat that one part. Everybody says they're loyal. I'm a true rider. Everybody is willing to ride shotgun when things are good, until it's time to row in that boat in them abrupt, troubled waters in a real crisis. I only can tell you what I have lived and experienced. But Gwen already told me there was going to be days like that. Auntie Deborah already told me there was going to be days like that. Grandma Louise already told me there was going to be days like that. Uncle Junior already told me there was going to be days like that. Everything those four people have told me has come into fruition in my life. I can't speak for my cousins and my brother. I'm talking about Sean right now. Everything they have told me has come to pass. Every single thing. And I've lived it. Not even God dang. Let me tell you something, man. Faithfulness, true, blue, genuine faithfulness and loyalty is the constant choice to remain that way. Again, everything's a choice. Being prideful is a choice. Being egotistical, it's a choice. So every day these prideful, egotistical people choose to be that way. You can't change them. The world can't change them. Only the big man upstairs got the power to change them fools. Keep living, man. Life will teach you what I'm trying to tell you. Keep living, man. Keep living, baby. Life will teach you what I'm trying to tell you. But I digress. It's never too early or too late to work towards being the healthiest version of you. Being prideful and egotistical is not the healthiest version of you. You shackle yourself with your pride and your ego. You stay constantly in prison without the possibility of parole with your pride and your ego. You're going to lose the best people in your life. And you ain't never going to get that again. Because of your pride and your ego. So I tell people, man, when they don't want nothing to do with you, let them go have whatever they think that's better than you. Please let her go have whatever she thinks is better than you, bruh. Please go let him have whatever he thinks is better than you, sis. Let them have that. Because when they fall, because they gonna fall, because you know why? Pride comes before that fall. See, that fall, let me tell you about the pride. The pride is here. The fall is coming, but the pride got to come first. See, once pride shows its ugly head, the fall is coming. That fall is coming. Losing is coming. That divorce is coming. Losing that job is coming. People turning their back on them is coming. People backstabbing them, it's coming. Losing everything they got is coming. Why? Because they pride. Once that pride comes, Louise said it best. She said, oh, your fall is on the way. Because Sean, you know what? You got all the sense and nobody can tell you nothing. You get offended by every time somebody say something to you, Sean. Sean, you right about everything somebody say. Sean, everybody has wronged you. You've never done anything wrong. You talk about people and you done the same thing that they have done, which is hypocritical. See, one thing I loved about my family, they called me out. One thing I see other families do, y'all don't do that with y'all people. Y'all condone their bad behavior. Y'all enable their bad behavior. Y'all pat them on their butts and wait and go out in the world thinking they somebody special when they far from it. They will never be. You don't even check your own children, small or grown, on their pride and their ego, and you allow them to take that same attitude, get married, get in these jive ass relationships, and they build that stuff because of how you raised them. I'm so glad my mama wasn't able to give me and my brother everything. Why? Because we have an undying work ethic. You ain't finna outwork me. You ain't gonna outwork me in the gym. You ain't gonna outwork me at work. You ain't gonna outwork me in the hours that you put in. You ain't gonna outwork me in getting up early. You will never outwork me. You will never outwork me. You will never outwork me with my mental state, my mental strength. You will never be able to penetrate it. I will be crying. I will be down on my knees. You will never be able to beat me. You will never be able to beat me because you was raised differently. I wasn't given nothing. Not a damn thing. And the difference between me and you, I may have had my pride and ego in the past, but I was wise enough to let that stupid stuff go because they beat it in my head so much. But after I got tired of falling, knocking all my teeth out every single time by doing it my way, not listening, I'm always right. I'm always the victim. Everybody always out to get me. I had to lose two things. I had to do two things. Why? Because these two things had my vision clouded. These two things had me blind. These two things just had me in a fog. These two things that I just couldn't see. But once I let go of that pride and that ego, Gwen used to tell me, man, baby, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of how you transformed your body or whatever. But don't let the muscles go to your head, son. Don't let that body go to your head, son. And see, I had a humbling moment, and it changed my life when I almost lost my leg. Mhm. I have a scar on my leg on the side, on both sides, that reminds me how life can humble you. I'm willing to show it to any of you. I have a scar. Yeah, man. I have a scar. I can't make this up. I have a scar. So there's a scar right here. There's wounds, scars right here. You see that? You see that? That's a scar. It was so deep. There was punctures right here. It was so deep you could put your whole hand through it, just like this. It was broken open so you can actually see the bone. My whole thing about this is, man, and Grandma Louise used to tell me this all the time. Baby, if you don't lose your pride and ego, life will break you down and humble you down and make you get rid of it. Let me repeat that. If you don't lose your pride and your ego, life will humble you down to make you get rid of it. I know people personally that I've known for years full of pride and full of ego. And I pray for them daily because I see where their path is coming. I almost lost that leg, man. They had to debride that leg. They were pouring liquid morphine in my veins, and I still could feel it. I remember hearing the doctor and the nurse whispering in a faint whisper saying, how is he feeling this? How is he still feeling this? This is liquid morphine going in his vein. How is this young man feeling this? I strongly believe within that moment, God wanted me to feel every ounce of that pain. I'm supposed to be numb. Liquid morphine It's something that's supposed to knock your behind out high as a kite. I felt every part of that abrasion. And the wounds had to heal from the inside out. They had to stuff them up and gouge them up and stuff them, and they had to heal from the inside out. See, I was out in them streets doing the wrong things. So life had to really, truly humble me down. In that moment, that pride and that ego that Louise kept talking to me about, she was telling me for years, life showed me, it humbled me down. And a lot of y'all, to lose your pride and ego, life gonna break you all the way completely down. And that's the only way some of y'all gonna lose it. Because nobody who breathe in the same air as you and bleed the same blood as you can tell you anything without you getting highly offended and having a whole brand new attitude about it. That narcissistic behavior that most of you have, life is going to break you down so badly. Oh, you're going to lose that. See, life has a way of humbling you. Ever since then, and I got that scar. And I remember a young lady telling me, I was working in HR, she was telling me, you know, she was like, you perfect, look at you, perfect. Look at you, just perfect. Look at your body. I said, I'm not perfect. God bless the dead. That was a good friend of mine, man. I miss her. Good for we co-workers together, man. Tarsha. That was my homie, man. That was my big sister, Tarsha. We worked in HR together, man. And you know, she lost her life a couple of years after that. But I lifted up my pants leg and I showed her something. The first thing she said, you ain't perfect. So you not perfect. Nobody is. But the scar is a reminder of me. When pride and ego tries to show its head, I look at them scars on my legs on purpose. Because I never want to get so high and so caught up into myself that nobody can tell me nothing. I never want to get so high and mighty in myself. And people who don't apologize, they proud of that nonsense. Pride, like I said before, prideful people are dumb. They may be smart educationally, but they are dumb when it comes to common sense. When a prideful person says, yeah, I know I don't apologize. I know I have a problem apologizing. I know I ain't gonna apologize. I ain't gonna say I'm sorry. No way. You're a brand new fool. Life ain't broke them down yet. You see, once life breaks you down, when you are completely at rock bottom, that's the only way you're gonna learn to change that narrative around when it comes to that pride and that ego. And a lot of y'all need to go through that. I'd rather you not go through that based off what I just showed you. I almost lost this freaking leg, man. My war wound is right there. That wound is right there. Doing something that I should not have been doing. And when I tell you it changed me mentally, psychologically, emotionally, and spiritually, no. Mm-mm. All that I'm all that thinking I'm this and thinking. That left out the window. And see, all people remember about you is the old you. They know nothing about the new you. All they got is, you don't know me. You talking about that dude that I used to be. You don't even know who the heck I am. But life will break you down. And life will teach you what I'm trying to tell you right now. Your pride and your ego ain't leading you to no good place. I'm just trying to let you know. But to be so dumb and so ignorant, to be proud of holding grudges, to be proud of being bitter, to be proud of being resentful, to be proud of being unforgiving, to be proud of not saying you sorry, to be proud of being mean. Listen to how delusional that sounds. They are people who are proud of those 6 things. They are proud of being mean. They are proud of being nasty people. They are proud to talk to people in that kind of way. Proud of not saying I'm sorry. Proud of being unforgiving. Proud of holding a grudge. Proud of not understanding. Prideful of being cowards, not trying to rectify a situation to save face. That pride is coming before your fall. Your fall is on the way. It just came. It hasn't met your destination yet. Pride is setting you up. Pride's going to have you lose everything. Ego is going to have you lose everything. How can you be so dumb to have something you've never had, something so good, so great, and you let pride and ego snuff it away from you? How can you be that stupid? That used to be me. My pride and ego have had me lose some amazing people in my life, man. Friends, women, that pride and that ego in my past. You know what I'm saying? You did? It ain't nothing good. It benefits to be humble. It benefits to be meek. It benefits it immensely. But to walk around here lying about how good that you are not, thinking that you all of that, thinking that you special because you got a pretty face and a nice body. There's plenty of pretty faces around the world and other countries. Make yours look like nothing. You are not special. There's pretty good looking dudes hung like horses and all this stuff. You are nobody special. But to walk around, see, the thing that kills me with people with that pride and ego, to not say you sorry, to be unforgiving, and y'all fools proud of that. Y'all are proud of that. Walk around like you God. Even God gives out second chance, third chance, fourth chance, fifth chance, sixth chance, seventh chance. He give you chances, and you ain't even worthy to even wake up in the morning. But your pride and your ego has you saying dumb stuff out your mouth that you don't believe in second chances. You don't believe in redemption. Those type of people get it the worst. Oh, it's coming. It has not caught up with you yet, but it's coming. The train of your fall is on its way. It has not reached you yet, but it's coming. But y'all don't hear me that. Hear me though. I'm trying to save you from what I went through. Dude, I almost lost my left leg because of my pride and because of my ego. You walking around here thinking that you untouchable? Baby, there are things that can touch you no matter where you at. Ain't none of us untouchable. But if forgiveness is good for that dude, and anything good ain't good for you, oh, you can eat a bag of dicks in my book. Because I sure don't care. If that dude can forgive me, I don't care nothing about your forgiveness. If you want to have that, you can think and be whatever you want to think and be about me, baby. Because the forgiveness that's really going to save my life, that's really going to make me feel and put me in the place that I need to be, it comes from that guy, not from you fools. You fools ain't, what are you enhancing in my life? What are you doing in my life? How am I being better because of you? You got pride and ego and unforgiving, can't say you sorry, can't apologize. No, you ain't good for nothing or nobody. You are by yourself. You need to stay by yourself. Get your cat and dog and just dialogue. That goes for men and women. Ain't nobody exempt. I ain't got no respect to person. I don't care if you got a penis or a vagina. It goes for both sides, baby. I ain't vouching. I ain't on nobody's side. I'm neutral. I'm straight in that middle. Because we got problems on the men's side and we got a whole hell of a lot of problems on the women's side. We both got issues. But until you let go of that pride in your ego, you're going to keep losing. Until you let go of that pride and that ego, you're going to be just like them people, them stupid, hard-headed, stubborn, dumb children of Israel, wandering in that doggone wilderness of life, lost. And for you people who know these people wrong, and you condone it, and you sign up. How you sit up in a place where you're supposed to be helping people and you sign off on people's BS? How you do that? How you sit up, open the churches, close the churches, preaching, doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that, and you sign off on people's BS? Some of y'all I know. I ain't finna call no names or call you out, but guess what? I know you didn't sign off on their BS. Because it then came back to me, baby. I know everything you think I don't. I'm just not saying nothing to you because you know what? You need to get exactly all those things that's coming to you in order for you to learn. Something's got to knock you off of that high horse of that ass backwards moral compass that's immoral that you live by. That pride and that ego, baby, ain't nothing good coming from it. Ain't nothing good coming from it. I already see your future because I was once you. Same attitude, same pride, same ego. I don't care what nobody say. In my mind, the big man upstairs wanted me to feel every ounce of that pain, of that vibration. And when I say it was the most horrendous, the most unbearable pain that I've ever felt in my life, nothing comes close to the pain of that leg, what I was going through, and feeling them just cleaning and debraded and it was the most painful thing I've ever experienced. And some of you guys some of you men and some of you women are gonna experience, you think you've experienced pain, but life is going to break you down and you're gonna experience a pain that you've never experienced before until you let go. It would behoove you to let go of your pride and your ego, man. Somebody under themselves to come to you and say you sorry, you better receive that. Please receive it. Have an attitude like I ain't go. Okay. I'm coming to a person once. Because I know once I wash my hands with the matter like the good book says, I done done my part. Now he really got my back. Because I done went and done what he said you're supposed to do. You got a problem with the man, you go get that matter straight. You did somebody wrong, you go say you sorry. That's how I was raised. How you mess up, how you screw up, and then have an attitude like they did you wrong. Where they do that at? If I screw up, no matter how hard it is, no matter how bitter it tastes in my mouth, no matter how hard it is to swallow that nonsense, I'm going because I got Gwen, Auntie, Unc, Grandma Louise in my head saying, that's what you're supposed to do. When you mess up, you supposed to go apologize. But if them dummies don't accept it, now you good. Now your grace and your mercy is going to come from him. You good because you've done what you're supposed to do. You got people sitting in these seats in these churches, man, signing off on nonsense. You going to get it worse because you know better. And you know they wrong. I ain't signing off on no dude, no woman. If I ain't heard both sides, baby, I'm neutral. And I'm not signing off on no nonsense. Let me tell you something about character, baby. Let me tell you something about character. The beautiful thing about character, people who know you know you. So when people are throwing shade on your name and salt and all that stuff and talking behind your back and saying you did this and that, you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. Because the person that knows that person know that you full of crap. And they probably know that history of you. I done went to people and apologized and then found out so many things. Found out they lied to me about things that I've asked them about. Found out so many things. I say, so that person was nothing what they told me they was day one. Not even close to it. They was a liar. They a good liar. I found out so many things and didn't even ask. It just came to me. Ain't blowing it up. Ain't saying nothing on. Ain't calling them up. Hey, I just found out that you did it. Nah. Life, things will catch up eventually. They do. No one's exempt. You may can hide, but you cannot get away from that, baby. I ain't signing off on nobody's BS, man. And if you ain't apologize to that person and try to rectify it and said, oh, no, you can forget it. I'm definitely not signing off on you. Because, no. So I'm going to sign off on, no. You, anybody, I don't care who they are. Anybody too are good to apologize, you ain't got to never worry about Sean Patrick Taylor. Ever. Never. And I know you done me wrong. We ain't got nothing to talk about, baby. We can talk after you say you sorry. We can talk after you own your BS. But walk around like your jump? Oh, no. And then for you people who didn't sign off and then condone their stuff, and now you acting funny toward me like I done something to you, and it ain't got nothing to do with you, oh, you can eat a bag of dicks with them. 2 bags at that. And I don't care if you're male or female. You may swing that way. I don't care. Maybe you got something done in your closet. You because that's why you acting like. And if you a man doing that nonsense, you don't even deserve a penis. What kind of weak man signs off on nonsense? Gwen taught me this. Grandma Louise taught me this. Auntie Deborah taught me this. Aunt taught me this. Baby, hit both sides before you draw any conclusion. Always hit both sides. And I ain't never gonna judge nobody, especially if I don't understand it. I ain't judging you, period, because that judgment comes back to get you. It comes back to bite you in the behind too. It's best not to judge people. I ain't judging. That's between you and the big man. So I ain't got nothing to do with that. But I'm never going to be that stupid and that dumb and thinking I'm that special that I'm too good to say I'm sorry. I'm too good to say I was wrong. I'm too good to apologize. I'm too good to forgive people. I'm too good to give people another chance. The irony behind that is God ain't nothing like that. And he got every right to be like non-forgiving, non-second chance, everything that he does. And even him, if that man can forgive, give second chances, what in the world you walking around here acting? Are you serious? But you got people, because of their pride and ego, they don't do that. And they proud of it. I've sat people look me in the face and be like, I'm mad. I ain't apologizing for nothing. I'm like, all right, dummy. You are dumb. And you're too smart to talk that dumb. I've had educated people, degrees, PhDs, tell me some dumb stuff like that. I'm like, this person is dumb. See, that's why I don't boast on my education and all that stuff. It ain't nothing. Bragging about this, it ain't nothing when you ain't got no damn common sense. It ain't nothing when you don't think logically. It ain't nothing when you devoted and married and loyal and faithful to your freaking emotions and feelings. It is nothing. Because you ain't got common sense. Your education ain't nothing but doo-doo. Because you ain't got common sense. You a dummy. You an educated dummy. who ain't got no common sense, no logic, no reason, no voice of reason. You ain't even got a voice of reason in your own head. You can't even listen to a voice of reason because you always right. It's all about you. Until you let go of your pride and your ego, you ain't going nowhere far in this life. Until you let go of your pride and your ego, you're going to keep getting the same type of dudes. Until you let go of your pride and ego, you're going to keep getting your same type of females. Until you let go of your pride and ego, your career ain't going no further. Until you get pride in your ego, you're going to always have to work 2 jobs. Until you let go of your pride and ego, talking about, oh, I can do it, I don't need nobody else, I can do this, you still going to struggle and you still going to lose, and you think you're going to win. You thinking you win it and you losing every day. You losing every day in every area. Why? Because of your pride and because of your ego. And I feel sorry for you because I already know where your path is going. It is nowhere good. It is nowhere good. And you ain't got no real man or no real woman in your camp to even have this conversation that I'm having with you right now. And that's sad. You on a team, you got a whole camp of misfits. Y'all all dumb together. Birds of a feather flock together, man. Dummies roll together. They do. You can tell a lot about people who they associate with. Let me retort. You can tell a lot about people based off who they associate with. Like minds normally run together, baby. Like-minded people normally run together. Oil and water don't mix. I'm oil. And the reason I'm oil, because of a best friend told me something last night, because of the dark spots that I got on the inside. That's why I'm oil. You water because you judgmental. You water because you unforgiving. You water because you egotistical. You water because you prideful. And that's why me and you will never mix. And you lie about not being water when you water all day, baby. You a good liar though. There's some good liars out there. There's some good liars out there. Deserve the Liars Award. I wish they had an Oscars for the best liars in the world. Best manipulators, best game players, narcissistic people. They all deserve Oscars because they will have you believe in something that was nothing. It was nothing there, period. Never was. Never was. If you too good to say you sorry, if you too good to apologize, if you too good to forgive, if you too good to give second chances, to give mercy. Second chance ain't nothing but, you do understand, right, that second chance ain't nothing but mercy, right? And that's something that the big man gives us every single day because none of us are worthy to even breathe this life. But he gives us a brand new mercy every day that we wake up from the previous day. He gives us a brand new mercy every single day. And you walk around, can't even give your own brothers and sisters mercy. Oh yeah, that fall is coming. Why? Because your pride is right in the midst of it. It's just a matter of time before that fall comes. That's all I got, man. Like I always say at the end of every segment, but let's get into the special. We're still running a special. We're running a special. It's the 7th of October right now. We're running a special. Buy 50 sessions, get 25 sessions for free. Those 25 sessions, you can do whatever you want to them. You can give them away to somebody as a gift, birthday gift, whatever, Christmas gift, whatever you want to do. Those 50 sessions that you have are non-transferable. With those 25 sessions, you can do whatever you want to. Don't buy 50 sessions. Oh, I want to give these to my daughter. And that's not how that works, man. It ain't nothing personal. At the end of the day, I am running a business. So you buy 50 sessions, get 25 for free. Again, you can do whatever you want to with those 25. But like I said, at the end of every segment, I'll start judging people once I'm perfect too. But since this brother got enough common sense and know that I'm in no danger of ever becoming perfect, you'll never have to worry about me ever judging you. Whatever you tell me, it will stay between us. I don't pillow talk. I don't go run tell nobody anything in my family, anything. When my family knows, they find out almost a year after the fact. because I don't pillow talk. Very private. So whatever has happened between me and you, I'm not gonna go talk. You sure gonna go tell it because I live by a different code. Me and you don't. We don't have the same code. You gonna go and talk about me. I ain't never gonna talk about you. I ain't got nothing to say to you. And if I do got something to say to you, I'm gonna say it up in your face. And somebody come to you and say I said something about you, me, you, and them, we gonna sit down at a table so that truth will actually come out. Because you know what? I ain't got time. I'm too old to be playing games with y'all fools out there. If I said something to you, I'm gonna say it to your face because I want you. I want you to really feel it. I want you hearing it from somebody. No, it don't have the same effect. I want you to look in my eyes so I can tell you what I want to say to you. I don't play them high school games. That's how y'all move high school. I don't do that. If I got a problem with you, I'm coming to you as a man and I'm gonna address that problem tactfully, respectfully, and that be it. So if you got a problem with me, I don't care if you're a woman or a man, be woman enough to come to me and talk to me. Be man enough to come and talk to me. If you really want to know something, go to the source. Don't go from things that's being speculated. By the time it gets through the grapevine, who knows what it is? Real men and real women, they go to the source to address the issue. They don't talk behind people's back. That's a bitch move. That's a bitch made person. And that's a weak person. No. Only thing I fear is that man that sits high and looks low. So I ain't scared of none of you. So I'm gonna come to your face and talk to you. And if anything ain't that important to me, I'm not important to me. I'm not even gonna address it because it's petty. But if it's bothering me that much, I'm gonna call you up and we're gonna sit and have a conversation. We're gonna sit and have a cordial conversation about it. Because at the end of the day, I want it to be rectified. Because at the end of the day, I know if I had, if we was cool, I still got love for you. I'm not one of those people who act like I don't know nobody if I was involved or whatever the case may be. That's what bitch made people do. It's the weak thing. My mom said, don't ever be that. People who do that is weak. They just so weak. Nah, man. If I know you, if I know you, why am I acting like I don't know you? I ain't got no female tendencies in me, bro. Sis. So you can be that way, but I'm not gonna be that. If I see you somewhere, I'm gonna speak to you. Love lost. Only bitter, resentful, grudge holding, unforgiving people move like that. They can say whatever they want. They can camouflage their BS. That's what you are. You're bitter, resentful, you hold grudges, and you're unforgiving. That's why you move that way. And it's weak, but I digress. Listen, y'all stay up, man. Eat to live this weekend. Don't live to eat. Remember, Monday's coming right around the corner. Listen, if you're going to cheat, man, on your fitness journey, please make sure that you monitor your portions. How you control your weight is by controlling your portions. That's how you control your weight. But when you eat everything as if it's the Last Supper, that's how your weight gets out of control. Monitor your portion sizes so you can maintain your weight so it doesn't get out of control. And that's why people get heavier. There are two reasons why people can't lose weight. These are facts: hormonal or thyroid dysfunction. So I want to tell you this. I'm gonna tell you guys this. I'm gonna let you go. So for anybody that feels bloated in their midsection, I forgot all about this. Anybody that feels bloated in their midsection, if you hadn't worked your abs in a while, in a long while, and you're working them, and it feels like, I feel bloated, I feel bloated, I feel bloated, I feel bloated. Your abs are a muscle. Those muscles are just broken down. They're just broken down. That's what makes they just broke. They're just going through a transformation. That's what makes your midsection feels bloated. It's because your ab workout is intense. And once they heal from that bloatation or that feeling of bloatation because they've been broken down, you no longer feel that it subsides. That's a little healthy tip. But listen, man, y'all stay up. I hope somebody got somebody that, man, listen. If you got that pride and that ego, man, let it go, man. It's when you let go pride and ego out your life, I mean, let it go. Don't go pick it up again. Don't pick it up. Bury it. Kill it at the root. Kill pride and ego at the root. Watch how dramatically your life change in all areas. But you got to let the pride and ego go. And if you don't, it's not going to change. Until you start being forgiving from unforgiving, your life ain't going to change. Until you let go of being grudging and resentful and bitter, your life is not going to change. You have to kill these things at the root because it's killing your life in the physical sense. I catch you guys on the flip. Y'all be safe out there. Peace.